Happy beginning of October, Matthew.
Happy October, bitches.
So you're gonna call me bitch?
Bitch.
You're like, yeah. Maybe you can get away with it.
I don't think I could.
To me,
Yeah.
funnily, yes.
Funnily, sure.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
But anyone else, I will break your knees
I'll rip his lungs out.
and your fingers.
His lungs out.
And your fingers. And your toes. Because that would be a really painful existence for a while.
For a few months, yeah.
All your toes and all your fingers. Look at that haze.
Pretty nice.
Look at that Isaac Hayes ghost. He's dead, right?
He is.
All right. Being haunted by Isaac Hayes.
Could be worse.
Would he just sing you like some sweet tunes?
Yeah. Girl, I'm never gonna give you up.
Yeah, that'd be like,
I think that's Barry White.
oh. Damn.
Never mind.
You're supposed to know.
Yeah. All right, so we are here to talk about the two movies we could not live without on Halloween night.
Our favorite,
Yeah.
we have probably more, but these are like the ones we always watch every year.
Yeah. I feel like throughout the month of October, we'll watch like Final Destination movies and some Nightmare on Elm Streets and stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty much all of October.
It's,
This month, it's October now.
it is definitely October and not the very beginning of September.
Wipe your forehead, it's full of sweat. Oh, hell, gross! Yuckums.
I need like a towel up here or something.
You need a rag on a stick.
I need to lose some weight so that I'm not self-conscious and I have to wear two shirts.
We both do, dear. Then we'll just do this show naked. What do you think, y'all? You want some 40-something-year-olds?
Everybody wants to see a guy with a totally white beard naked, right?
I don't know, man. I mean, don't ask people that. Never mind. I take the questions back.
Yeah,
People are into weird shit.
this is very true.
I don't want to know about it. I don't like it. Past a certain age in my life, everyone just reverts to having cone head junk. Like, they just have knobs. And
Oh.
like,
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
it's not a knob. It's like a... I don't know how. It's like the top of a water bottle.
Okay.
It's not junk.
Yeah. It is just...
I think they
the-
just like unscrew it and like stuff comes out.
Oh.
That's what I'm guessing. You'll have to find a clip, Matt. Anyway, that's how I feel about most humans. They just have that for bits.
I don't want to go looking for conehead clips. So there will be no clip.
You really put your foot down. like you were just like upset about that. Maybe I'll find a picture for you.
Okay.
Would you accept that?
Sure.
Or would you like, I don't know, like light my favorite sweater on fire because this makes you so angry? I'm sorry.
I don't like the coneheads for some reason. It never clicked with me.
I mean, I was a kid when I saw that crap.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's
I don't think
just,
Dan Aykroyd's very funny either.
He's not.
Yeah.
And left to his own devices of writing,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's not good.
No.
Any hoot.
Any hoot.
We're
Any old Hal.
we are those sad jackasses that go to the band and wear the band t-shirts.
Hell yeah.
That's what we are right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to talk about Murder Party. Move this giant mug. and he's going to talk about Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat, both from 2007.
Yeah, which we didn't know.
No.
That was a surprise.
Yeah.
Which I found more interesting than I probably should have. It's just like, wow, that's really
Murder
amazing.
Party was actually one of those random blockbuster rentals for us when it first came out in 2007, or maybe it was 2008. We'd only been together for a few years.
Yeah.
And we're just like, hey, we're at Blockbuster. We don't want to go out tonight. Let's check this movie out. It'll probably suck. And it didn't.
It did not at
it
all.
was fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah, and I still love it to this day.
Best
Are we... there's no order. This is also not a versus thing. This is just our quintessential
Yeah, the two
Halloween
movies we have to watch on Halloween.
that we just really like a bunch. A heap. A bunch of heap.
A bunch of heap. A heap a bunch.
You're a bunch of heap.
That's true, I am. All right, let's get into Murder Party.
Oh, we're gonna do it that way? That's cool. There's gonna be spoilers in this episode, so if you haven't seen either of these movies, I guess,
Go
I don't know.
watch them first, or don't. Just watch our show instead.
yeah, I don't want you to leave, because if you're here, then it's like the precious few.
Yeah.
Stick around. So Murder Party, yeah, 2007. You can watch this on Pluto or Tubi for free, if you would like.
Mhm.
Or just go buy it and support these artists because
Yeah, I would buy it.
yes, listen to our opinions.
Or rent it. I think don't watch this movie with commercials.
Yeah, that's
just
a
like
good
watch
point.
it straight through.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But if you're poor, like a lot of people are,
Sure.
those are options.
Like us.
We're not that poor.
We're pretty poor.
Okay, we are. You're right. That's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
that's really awesome. I'm glad.
Yeah, me too. The director is Jeremy Saulnier.
Saulnier.
No, I don't know. Maybe. I'm sorry. It's French. I don't know. France.
I don't know France.
And he also wrote this. And he also did Blue Ruin
Oh.
and Green Room,
Oh.
which are two phenomenal films.
Yes.
So to say that we are a fan of this man is
Yeah.
very, very accurate. Thank you, Jeremy Saulnier.
Yes. And Macon Blair.
Well, yeah. Okay. From what I could find, there was a budget. It was a small budget. This is obviously a low budget film. But we also watched the making of this, which you can actually catch on YouTube as well.
Mhm.
It's kind of short. It's really worth it after you've watched the movie because it's going to endear you to this film even more. But it said the budget is between $190,000 and $230,000. So I don't really know how this works exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I think they had a hard time finding
Some funding.
funding,
My
and it
sleeves got all messed up. Sorry.
was probably a ragtag kind of
Yeah.
shoestring budget. Like, I'm sure. I mean, most of the actors quit it.
Wait it.
Quit that. Okay, so this film was made by a group of friends. And this is just really endearing in general. Like, most of them met in the 6th grade.
Hmm.
And these people are the actors, obviously the director, the writer, producer, Chris Sharp, who plays the knight. His name is also Chris in the movie, but I don't think.
Do you ever
Maybe
even
they
hear
said it
it?
like once. I don't know. They like
Yeah.
look at his ID.
Right.
I
Or
just
he might
refer-
introduce himself or something when he gets there.
Yeah, I just refer to him as the Cardboard Knight because, man, I love his
That
makeshift costume.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of go over like the gist of the movie first, and then I'm gonna talk about
Yeah.
some of the extras at the end. because that's how we kind of viewed it. We watched the movie and then we found out all this information after the fact.
Sure.
And we were like, oh,
Yeah.
I love it even more now.
And their gag reel is my favorite gag reel I've ever seen.
It's so much
the
fun.
outtakes.
Yeah. This is like one of those movies that, I don't know, you watch it and you can like feel the goodness in it.
It's true. Like you can really pick up on their longtime friendship. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty clear that they all know each other and have a ton of fun together.
Yeah, like I also did note that you can really see the personalities, like their true personalities,
Sure.
were wrapped up in this. Like, yes, they're acting and they're playing these characters, but I also kind of feel like these people are really coming out in their roles too,
Yeah.
which I really love. So basically the gist of this movie is, this is where spoilers are going to come in, so I don't know, fuck it, keep watching anyway.
Yep.
It's not really going to ruin the movie for you. It might.
It's like 15 years old at this point or
True.
something like that.
So a lonely guy is kind of walking down the street and he finds this invitation to a Halloween party just
Yeah.
on the street, blowing around. He picks it up.
It says murder party on
Yes,
the invitation. You are
it's-
invited to a murder party.
Yeah, it says it. And he's just like, it takes place in New York City.
Yeah.
And he's just like, okay. I mean, he ends up
Oh, cool. Yeah.
making this cardboard costume.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because, like, in his closet, he has this giant, insane Halloween mask. And it's just like, was this guy really fun at some point? And he just, like, ends up not using that.
It's true. I think the costume is good as like a character descriptor though, because like he is very, he's like a fighter. He's very resourceful. Somebody has smashed his pumpkin. He picks up all the pieces and makes the pumpkin bread out of it.
Right. Which
Yeah.
he takes to the party, which is, oh my God, how adorable.
Yeah.
is this guy. Yeah, so, yeah, he bakes for this murder party that
Yeah.
he decides to go to.
Even though his cat won't even respect him.
Sir Lancelot, could you please get down? Fine.
Yeah, so he ends up going to this party, and it's just this, like, ragtag group of people in a warehouse in, like, some shady neighborhood. Like, how he even makes it this far is just, like, I think we talked about it
Yeah.
in the past. Just like, no, fuck no, I wouldn't. What's wrong with this guy? He must be, like, really lonely.
Terrible, make examples out of you. I can stutter all the way through and I'm still sick with the flu. Nice with it. Want me on your shit, then there's a price with it. 10 I'll flatten them.
So it turns out that it's a group of artists,
Yeah.
and it is indeed a murder party. They're planning to murder this guy
For art.
in the name of art to retain, what is it? It's like
To get a grant.
it's a grant. That's right. Grant money,
Yeah.
who is held by this other character named Alexander.
Yes.
Who's a hilarious character.
Christopher S. Hawley, you're old.
And so they're trying to impress Alexander and kind of like coerce him into giving them the grant money so that they can do this grand thing. And
Each one of them has their own project that
Yes.
they want to work on.
yeah, there's like a photographer, there's a painter, there's a sculptor,
a filmmaker.
filmmaker.
So I want to keep it really abstract like this.
Aren't I pretty?
Oh, that's me. That's me. I couldn't find a real one, so I totally...
In darken catharsis.
All of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, they tie this guy up, and you know, like at this point he realizes, you know, this is bad news. This isn't good for me. But there's nothing he can do about it at that point. It kind of just a lot of dialogue, a lot of I don't know, some character establishment, I suppose.
Yeah.
It never gets like too deep, really.
No, I mean they do a pretty good job of like developing the characters throughout the
You get the
movie.
gist of-
Yeah.
these people for the most part. You know,
You get some subtext, like Macon Blair's character is like super in love with Lexi.
yes,
But
like
she does not.
in a very uncomfortable,
Very desperate way.
desperate, yeah. And she just could care less about him.
Right.
Yeah, there's like a fair amount of drugs involved, I
Yeah.
suppose. There's, I don't know. It's like, this is a comedy horror.
Yeah.
And then sort of like along the way, some mishaps occur and some of the characters just kind of die. Like
Through their own
like stupidity or their
yeah.
own like accidental.
a comedy of errors.
Yeah, exactly.
I just need to sit down. I get really dizzy. It's preservatives. I'm allergic to them.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I can get back to.
Oops. Smells like cut grass. What?
And so they're trying to kind of like keep this from Alexander because they're worried that they're not going to get grant money if he finds out that some of this dumb bullshit occurred.
Right.
And he could care less. So where to go from there? I mean, like, he's held captive, and I don't
Yeah.
want to like get really deep into it. I
They
don't wanna-
have him captive. Things kind of get out of hand. Alexander is proven to be a total fraud. He's
He's
some
he's like a fry cook.
yeah, he's some guy that lives with his grandma and
Jejun. Jejun? What do you write stuff down to say to us later?
Yeah.
That's pathetic. I don't understand. So there's no grant, there's no gallery.
Where are my photographs?
They're at my grandmother's house in New Jersey.
I'm gonna go now.
Yeah. Wait, no. Hang on a second.
So what are you doing with our art?
Well, I'm gonna kill you all, and then I'm gonna sell it. Art isn't worth anything until you're dead.
has no money, of course.
No money at all, and he was just gonna kill all of them or have
Yeah.
like his weird Russian friend kill them all.
Sure.
And then he was
then-
going to collect money from their art,
Right.
which is really not
Because
how it
art
works
is worth more
when
after
they're dead.
Yeah.
But it's also like, if no one cares about your art to begin with, then
Right.
they're still gonna not care about your art after you die.
I mean, there might be some increase in value if they had all actually murdered somebody, but if they all just like died through this series of mishaps
Yeah.
because they're idiots, then no.
But they're also still in school,
Yeah.
so really no one cares.
Yeah. Everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
Everybody.
So, I mean, yeah, like part of it was they're supposed to be an artist collective, right? So they're like talking shit on one of the artists' art, the painter. It's a very silent character,
Billy, is it?
played by William Lacey. So his name is Bill.
Yeah.
And he kind of like towards the end of the movie, he snaps. And he just starts like killing
everybody off. Yeah.
He had a baseball bat and he was just like beating people to death, and he kind of just went like psycho.
Right.
And that's kind of where like more of the gore ramps up. There's like, it's kind of scattered throughout
Yeah.
up until this point. I can't remember anyone's name. Paul Goldblatt. Who's Paul? They all just have their own names in this movie. By
Yeah.
the way. I don't know if you.
Paul's the photographer.
He's the photographer. In the movie, he's actually their special effects artist.
Right.
So he's a special effects artist.
Stupid shoes.
He did some good makeups in this for like zero budget. Like, it's actually pretty
Yeah.
impressive stuff.
The melted werewolf mask.
Exactly,
looks
yeah.
really, really nice. Yeah.
Macon Blair's character gets like, he lights himself on fire accidentally because he's drunk and
He's covered in alcohol and
Covered
he
in
lights
alcohol.
a cigarette. Yeah.
yeah. So they have like a melted werewolf mask on him that is great.
Yeah. The chainsaw. in
The
head.
chainsaw at the end, but you always do this. You
I'm
get
so sorry.
way ahead of everything every time. So there's a chase going on, and obviously, well, our main character escapes,
Right.
and now Bill's character is chasing after him.
Cut to his alarm going off while he's hiding to take his pills.
Yeah. Which, doesn't he? Does he take them? I can't remember now.
I think he might, yeah. I
Yeah.
think he like takes his pills and then he keeps running.
Yeah, he's just like this nerdy character. There's like a great scene in the first, because he escapes. Because these people are all just like kind of bumbling idiots.
Right, they're all
they
like
don't know what they're doing. They're just,
self-serving and
they're not really paying attention to anything. And he escapes at one point. Or is this like the main escape? Fuck, maybe I should have watched the movie. It's been...
He gets away. That's when he's hiding in the closet and he has all the stuff.
Okay, so he escapes. They catch him.
Mm-hmm.
But that scene is great. Like, I don't know if that was like sort of an improv on that guy's part, but I remember the first time I saw that, just laughing super hard at it and be like, that was perfect. That's so great. Because, like, I don't know, it'd be very hard to think on your toes at that point.
And you're just like
do I do?
full
Like,
of adrenaline and like your fight or flight is
you don't know where you are.
supercharged. Yeah.
I'm sure you were, it's hard to like wrap your head around this evening going a very opposite direction than you would anticipate it. Yeah, so this is like the end kind of chase. Chris makes his way to an artist party. Cicero, who was like the artist that they're all trying to impress.
Yeah.
You know, they keep talking about this character, blah, blah, blah.
He's the one that's succeeding and they're clearly all jealous.
Very jealous.
His success, yeah.
Yes. And they make their way into a
human still life?
No, I have it written down because I always forget what this is because I just don't. It's the thing I'm not a very big fan of. You're just gonna have to cut some of this shit up. Oh yeah, okay. So they make it into a performance art space where the show's gonna start.
We all have to find him or he'll kill us.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
And then, you know, the party's going to like stop so they can watch this performance.
Yeah.
And that's where our main character, gets the chainsaw from Macon, the burn-ass werewolf. And he ends up killing Bill,
yeah.
which is also a really hilarious scene. And very well done. They did a really, really good job with it.
Yeah, I never knew until today that the chainsaw blades were computer animated.
I actually did remember that
Yeah.
and really agreeing that was a good idea.
I always thought that was a practical effect somehow.
That would be a hard practical effect
I'm sure.
to pull off safely. But yeah, they did a really good job with everything. And then our hero at the end makes it home early in the morning, blood splattered. You know, it's Halloween, so no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
And his cat finally respects him.
Gains the respect of Sir Lancelot.
Sir Lancelot.
Thank you.
So, I mean, this movie is just like incredibly fun in general.
It really is. And it's like, it's kind of like heartwarming in a way.
Yeah.
Like the character of the lonely guy, Chris, is like not identifiable, but like
Relatable.
Relatable. Yeah, I don't know if he's like super relatable, but you feel very empathetic.
You
for
feel
him.
like really endeared to him.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, you idiot for going to this. Like, why did you do that? But
Yeah.
the whole time you're like, please don't hurt that poor man.
Right.
You just really like his character
You
so
sons of
much.
bitches.
Yeah. You're just like, you selfish little pricks. You're just like, please. But yeah, he makes it and you're very happy about it. So it's like, I don't know. There's just a lot of really endearing. And then we found out it was incredibly low budget
Yeah.
to almost no budget. And it's just like, this is a testament of a lot of creative people getting together, probably being pretty good at what they do.
Right. And making something with like passion. And,
Yeah. Like probably knowing each other's strengths and personalities well enough. I mean, I imagine that the crew that they brought in of people that they didn't know,
Right.
you know, was pretty small. I think they said the warehouse was like freezing cold the entire time their film was like 30 degrees, 32
Yeah.
degrees. It was just like a labor of love. I don't know how long it took to film though.
Yeah.
But the point is that it turned out so well.
It really did.
And it for me, it's like a movie that stands up. Like you said, our history with it.
Yeah.
We watch this movie every year. Like it's just a Halloween staple.
Love this movie.
I love everything
Yeah.
about it. The comedy is great. The gag reel is like, that's Matt's rate. Like,
Superb.
buy the movie
Yeah.
so you can have all of the extras because they have like a little making of, which I highly recommend. Like I said, it's on YouTube, but it will just endear you so much more to this movie.
Definitely.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a movie that had, like, for a pretty long time was not very well known. Like, we'd kind of like introduce people to it or recommend it to people, and like people had never heard of it, even though like Blue Ruin had done. What the hell was that?
Balloon.
Oh.
Oh my God. Why did that happen?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Oh, all right.
Okay.
Cool Halloween special, bro. Whew.
But yeah, Blue Ruin had done pretty well. Green Room did really well for them. But this movie, I mean, those movies are fantastic. Don't get me wrong; those are very, very well done movies. I love them. But this movie just like holds a special place in my heart. Probably because it's from the early days of our relationship, so maybe there's a lot of like that tied into it.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like everyone we've shown this movie to like really loves it.
Yeah.
Also, so these guys, like I said, they've known each other from like the 6th grade. They started making horror nonsense movies like
But
as
Stupid
children.
Pictures, was that one of theirs?
I don't know. They turned into Lab of Madness eventually. At this point, I think they all kind of like went their separate ways. They're all from Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Nope, I'm wrong.
Oops.
I'm sorry. They're from Alexandria, Virginia.
Okay.
Chris Sharp, who played the Knight, is the executive producer. Macon Blair. Obviously, we know him from these other movies that you mentioned too. I think he's a really good actor.
I do too. The first time we watched this movie, like, it was very apparent that he was gonna be something more.
Yeah. And I think he's kind of an actor that should get more credit, in my
I do
opinion.
too. I think he's fantastic.
Sky Saulnier is married to the director. She's an actress in this film as well.
She's a cheerleader.
Great. Some of these people I couldn't really find any information about. Stacy Rock, who was Lexi, she is a musician in LA. She's a pianist. Sandy Barnett, who was Alexander. I have no idea what he's doing now.
Yeah. I saw him in Blue Ruin.
He was in Blue Ruin, yeah. I think it's just, I don't know if he really does anything else with anyone.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Paul Goldblatt, he was a special effects artist. Don't really know what he's doing. I think he's teaching somewhere.
Yeah.
Teaching art, maybe. And William Lacey, who's Bill. I have no idea what he's doing either.
Yeah.
They had created a movie called Crab Walk, which was their first feature.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of them worked on that together too, or some of them worked on that together, not all of them.
Yeah.
And I guess that's kind of what like helped them meet people in order to even make this film.
Right. That did pretty well in like the festival circuit, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I this is one of those movies like I kind of just hope it keeps gaining more popularity.
Yeah.
Like an unexpected hit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just one of our favorites. Check it out
Definitely.
if you haven't watched it. Check it out.
Check it out. All right, 2007's Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat.
Written and directed by Mike Dougherty, based off of his 1996 animated short Seasons of Greeting.
Short.
Very is 4 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes and 53 seconds,
Yeah.
to be exact. You can watch that on the special features of the DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Dougherty was a co-writer on X-Men 2, Superman Returns, and he is the writer-director of Krampus.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I knew that at one point.
Yeah. Starring Anna Paquin. We've all seen her. We know who she is. Dylan Baker. You might not know him by name, but you have seen him in a ton of things. He's the principal father.
Oh, yeah,
in this
the guy.
movie. Yeah.
The guy with the face.
He's just all over the place. Brian Cox, of course.
Yep.
And a lot of other people.
But who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
This movie is kind of like an old school anthology. It's got this non-linear, interconnected little, all these little vignettes that are all kind of come together. They're all interconnected. Other words I've used before.
Interconnected?
Yes.
Are they interconnected?
Yes, non-linear.
Wow. Sounds like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. $12 million budget.
That's a big budget.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's a big-ish name.
Big-ish.
I mean, X-Men 2 and Superman Returns, he's got some clout.
Yes. But there wasn't a theater release?
There was not. There were a number of screenings, but it ultimately went straight to DVD.
Why is that?
I'm not sure, but it did pretty well in the DVD release.
Well, this had to have been kind of like a passion project, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, if he did the animated short
Right,
based on
exactly.
that character, Sam.
I'm just guessing,
Yeah.
but it makes sense.
Sam is the spirit of Halloween, named after the Celtic pagan celebration Samhain, which is the Celtic New Year and also the beginning of winter, which for them signified death. Or, was a metaphor for death.
I
Anyway,
see.
Yeah.
As crops.
Yes.
Because everything revolves around food.
Everything's food. Everything is food. Sam has a number of rules, and the people that he goes after, they all break these rules. Emma, the lady in the very beginning of the movie, she blows out the jack-o'-lantern and starts taking down the decorations before the night is over.
Which is the weirdest move.
It really,
Who in the hell, after you've been like out doing things all night,
Yeah, if you're out like drinking and you've been walking in that giant Halloween parade.
which I wish existed everywhere, but never does. Like,
funny
who
you
would
should
just
say
go
that.
home and just
That
be like-
festival was actually, sorry. That festival was inspired by the Circleville, Ohio Pumpkin Show and the Athens, Ohio Halloween Block Party, both annual traditions near Columbus, Ohio, Dougherty's hometown.
wow, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really interesting.
Yeah.
We should go there.
Yeah,
We're really close to that area.
I would like to see a giant Halloween celebration like that. That'd be fun.
In like a small town, though. I don't want to like do that shit in a city because you know you're gonna get like
Fuck no,
stabbed in the face or something.
Something will go wrong.
It always does.
Circling back to what you were saying, it is a weird move.
I just don't know who the hell would have the energy or the care to be like, man, I gotta get rid of this now.
Who would be there at like 11:30 at night?
You're dressed up.
Right.
Even if you don't like Halloween, you've gone to all the trouble of dressing up, decorating the shit out of your house.
Right.
Like, that is no joke, that yard.
No, it is.
And then she's just like, I gotta get rid of all of this now. Like, it's just weird. It's a weird move to me.
Right. Especially when, like, she tells her boyfriend or husband, whoever he is, to, like, put on the tape, I'll be up soon.
Right.
So, frisky times are about to happen.
Old frisky times.
Yeah. And that's like 2 hours of work that she's got there, if she's going to take it all down.
At least. I don't know. It's a movie. Shut up, us.
It is.
It's fine.
The children, the rule that they violate is that they do not respect the dead because they play a prank on that girl.
Macy? Schrader?
Yeah. Yeah, fuck those little assholes.
Yeah, fuck them.
Stupid kids.
Goddamn kids deserve to die.
Some do. Some are just born bad.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Rotten.
Mr. Krieg, of course. I mean, he's done some really bad stuff, but the reason Sam goes after him is because he doesn't hand out candy to trick-or-treaters.
Trick or treat?
Yeah. But apparently he just sits there and eats a bunch by himself in the
Yes,
dark.
he does.
Also a weird move, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's more realistic than just taking down a heap of decorations on Halloween night.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest move of all, man.
It is very strange. Some notable things before we discuss the movie more. The werewolves in this movie were designed by Patrick. I do not know how to say this name. Tatopoulos?
Why are you looking at me like I know? I can't see it.
I'm looking to you for approval.
Let me see. Where it be? Where point? Eh. Is that an A?
Yeah.
That looks like Tatopoulos to me. I have approved. There.
Could you notarize that, please?
I would like to. If I had a stamp, I totally would.
He also designed the werewolves for Underworld.
Yep.
Effects by Bob Comer. He's worked on The X-Files, Fringe, Scary Movie 4, and the remake of The Fog in 2005,
Oh.
which I've never seen.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow, that's so interesting. What an interesting show we have here.
John Carpenter, Toby Hooper were both going to be producers at one point.
Oh.
But
It didn't happen.
But that didn't happen. I think John Carpenter wanted a more traditional Halloween anthology where it'd be like 4 separate stories.
Oh, that never get like tied in together.
Right,
That
yeah.
would have ruined this movie.
Yeah, this movie is like the perfect encapsulation of Halloween night, like how a Halloween
really
night
is.
feels when you're a kid.
Because I'm usually not like a big fan of anthologies.
Yeah,
They're usually just done so fucking poorly.
most of them are shit.
Oh
yeah.
my god. And I don't know. I love that they tied all of these together.
Me too.
Because it just felt like a fully realized story instead of like
Yeah.
just these fragmented bits.
And it
And
has,
they
yeah.
stayed fragmented for a little while, and then I don't know. It just
Right, you kind of put things together more and more. As the
Yeah,
movie
which I
progresses.
just found really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like I really liked that.
It kind of keeps
progression.
you in the dark a little bit until
Yeah. Right.
certain revelations, and you're like, oh, that's pretty clever.
Yeah. Like I love that it all took place in this town, and I don't know, people sort of knew each other in a roundabout way, you know.
Yeah, and the character of Sam is like just a very well designed character. I think a lot of what you see in a low budget like anthology or Halloween movie, if they don't just flat out use a mask that they bought at Party City, like if they have even had something made specially, then it's like way over the top and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But this is like totally subtle character design and it works really well.
Because it's going to be people like me who are just like, I get to make a cool thing. Well, I'm going to make a cool thing.
Well, I'm going all out, baby.
I'll show you.
Yeah. 4-foot fangs.
4 foot. It just drags itself with its fangs. It doesn't even have arms or legs. It just like picks its head up and
Right.
does it. Like a slug.
But I mean,
Let's make that.
for like a low budget character design, is really smart because he's got that burlap sack, so it doesn't have to emote ever. You know,
Though it does at the very end.
it does when
Which
the
is
mask
also
comes
really
off.
satisfying.
Yeah.
Like I was so glad that I got to see the weird little fucked up thing that was under that.
The pumpkin head thing. Yeah.
Which was like cutesy but not.
hmm
I mean, this has like a lot of elements of humor also.
Oh, for sure.
You know, it's certainly like neither of these movies are really scary.
They're not scary, but like atmospherically, if that's a word,
Yeah.
they're just perfect for like, they're just so good for a Halloween night. Like after you've done all your Halloween celebrating, if you do any, because we hardly ever do, but
We want to.
we,
There's just never anywhere cool to go.
yeah. But like after you've done all that, or if you're just staying home and watching movies for Halloween, like
Right.
they're just absolutely perfect for it.
They are. In our
Yeah.
humble opinions.
To cover the little vignettes, you have the principal of the school. I guess he's laced a lot of the candy that he's given out because Thurman Merman is he's stolen all of it.
This scene is so
It's
fucking
awful.
gross.
Apparently that stuff that they made was edible and tasted really good.
Okay. Need a root beer? Wait. That's right. There's another tradition. Very important. Always check your candy.
I mean, that's fine. But the noises,
Oh yeah.
the
it's-
gut noises, because you know if you have those, you're in for a bad time. Nothing good is gonna come from any of that noise that's coming at you, man.
Once if your stomach's already making that noise, it's too late.
It's too fucking late. You're doomed.
Yeah.
You're doomed for some hours.
Yeah, you're gonna have a rough couple of hours.
Yeah. Or more. So that part is great because it is disgusting.
Yes.
Oh,
He's burying the body. He's burying Thurman Merman in his backyard.
yes.
This is where we're introduced to Brian Cox's character
Yes.
briefly, but you don't really see him. He's a serial killer.
Yeah, this guy's just an all-around psycho.
Yeah, he really is,
Like-
because later on in the movie, he's the vampire as well.
Yeah, like fake
Yeah, the
vampire
fake
guy.
vampire.
He's just like lives in some sort of horrible fantasy world, but somehow also manages to be
The
a
principal of the school.
of probably, I'm assuming, middle school, maybe?
Right, and a single father.
Daddy! I want to carve the jack-o'-lantern out, but I need your help with the eyes.
In a minute, Billy.
And can I go to the parade with you later?
No. Daddy has a date.
At that.
Yeah.
He's also teaching his son to be a serial killer.
Yes, he is. So there is that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy is just like, what is his story? You know? Like everyone else sort of like makes sense.
Mhm.
But he's kind of like the intrigue character. It's
Yeah.
just like, I would probably watch something based on just that guy.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is this?
I love too that these stories are introduced because like Sam has witnessed it. You know, like Thurman Merman walks by Sam on the sidewalk or something. And so like we kind of are introduced.
Well, Sam is like the connecting thread between all of these.
Stories.
Like, yeah, he's just the character that pulls it all together, but he also has his own sort of like action scenes also, which is, I don't know, there's so much going on in this movie and it just all gets tied together so well.
Yeah, it's really like, it's hard to put it all into a cohesive sort of package talking about it, because like my mind just keeps going to all these different things, like how Sam was played by a child because the director was just like, kids move differently than adults, so it's got to be a kid in the costume. And it was, except for like a few parts that needed a stunt double, it was mostly this kid, Quinn Lord, there we go.
Okay.
Who is also the Peeping Tom in the werewolf segment.
Yeah.
I ate some bad Mexican, and it was a Jeep. Last year was San Diego. We dressed as sailors and ended up with sailors. Yeah, and Maria Sailor was a girl.
So what? She had a nice ass. It all tastes the same to me anyway.
Ladies, there are children out here.
Okay, all of
we'll meet the werewolves. They're in the changing room. They're looking for dates. We don't know they're werewolves, so sorry.
Well, we already said there's a bunch of spoilers.
Yeah. And that's just a short little segment to introduce those characters, because we're gonna leave them and get back to them later on in the film. So we'll meet the children now. They're going to pick up Rhonda, and she has like a house that I wish that I could see, as there's like 50 jack-o'-lanterns in the yard.
Yeah, there's way more than 50, man.
Yeah.
There's like hundreds.
Yeah.
I feel they're just everywhere.
It's super rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sorry, but some asshole went up and down the street smashing all of them. But we have 3. Isn't this enough?
Almost.
Macy, why didn't we just start here?
I didn't know she'd do this.
This is weird.
And they're on some sort of like, what's that called? Scavenger hunt. And that's kind of like how they trick her into coming with them.
Yeah. And also she is lonely and is not used to being invited to places, so.
See if there's any sort of like common connection here is don't fuck with lonely people.
It's mean.
It's not nice.
And it might get you killed.
It should.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should. It's fine. A lot of assholes out there, man.
Yeah. They trick her into going to this like quarry. There's like the old story of a bus full of children that drowned.
Yeah, that had like there were like special needs kids, and their parents couldn't handle them. It's actually an
that's a real
incredibly sad story.
Dark part of the movie. For
my
sure.
God, it is. That's rough as fuck.
Yeah.
They collected together. They asked him to do the unthinkable.
But they take her down there, and they prank her and make her think like the ghosts of these kids have come back. But that's when Sam gets them.
Yeah, which is satisfying.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty satisfying when Sam gets everyone like.
It's true. And then at the very end of this scene, when they're in that elevator, and Rhonda is like, "Sorry,
fuck you, kid. You just screwed me over. I'm out of here."
Yeah, she just leaves.
It's like, good for you, Rhonda.
Sam gives her a little.
Yep, and she's just like, okay.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
So now we're going to the parade.
Yeah.
This is the vampire guy.
Yeah.
Who is the principal from earlier in the movie.
Which you don't find out until later.
He's stalking some lady, kills her, leaves her there.
Yeah.
Gets picked up by Anna Paquin.
Yes.
On the road. this is when we find out that
Who's Little Red Riding Hood?
yes. This is when we find
Get
out.
it?
Okay. Can I finish? Can I finish?
Shut up. No.
All the girls are werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he is whatever he is.
Yeah.
He has like fake fangs on.
He has
right?
like fake fangs. He's been paralyzed though, so he can't move.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. What's your name, honey?
It's Stephen.
Steven.
Stephen Wilkins.
I'm glad you're first. I really am.
All the girls are there making out with the dates that they brought, and then
I don't think they did make out with them. I think they were just like,
they're eating them.
these guys are just straight up loser shitheads who think they're gonna get laid
Yeah.
and we're just gonna murder them.
Yeah.
Like they never got any.
Well, probably not.
No, they didn't.
There's a pretty cool transformation scene, even if it is set against Marilyn Manson's cover of Sweet Dreams.
Oh yeah. Well, it's 2007.
Yeah. That song was about 10 years old at that point.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
That came out in the 90s.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I was never a Marilyn Manson fan, so
I wasn't either.
I'm not really sure when his songs came out.
I remember I
He
was in
looks
high
like-
school when it came out.
He looks like boiled shit now.
Boiled shit.
Well, a lot of not good things have come out about that guy too, which
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
See ya. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's like interesting how they did it. Like they're kind of like stripping
Yeah.
their skin off, I guess. I don't know. It's
It
supposed to
got
be like,
very popular after this movie, I think, because
Yeah.
every werewolf transformation I've seen since then has been some form of this.
yeah, which there's only really one werewolf transformation that is worth a shit.
That's a fact. It's the Monster Squad.
What?
I was trying to think of the shittiest one, and I drew a blank. Yeah.
Man, we've seen so many bad ones. So many.
Oh man, Dark Moon Rising.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Dark Moon Rising.
Yeah.
So that happens,
Mhm.
and then we go on to the Brian Cox story,
Yeah.
the final story.
Right. He's this super grumpy and apparently insanely unhealthy.
Yeah, he's got all
Old
kinds
hermit.
of problems. He's
Yeah.
got like emphysema and like he can't walk so good. And
Yeah.
Got an NRA membership in my pocket and a shotgun over the fireplace. So get out of here before I.
It's me, Mr. Creed. Stephen Wilkins.
Hey, what in God's name are you doing down there, Wilkins? Huh?
He's not handing out candy.
no, but he's just sitting there eating a bunch of it.
Yeah, so this catches the attention of Sam.
Mm-hmm.
There's a cool little like cat and mouse battle throughout the house. A lot of real painful looking
Oh
shit
man, it's pretty
happens.
brutal.
Yeah. He gets scalped in the Achilles tendon.
Scalped.
Scalpeled. Words. I'm saying words.
You were saying something, man. Some noises are coming out of you, I guess.
I can talking.
Some slicing,
Yeah.
cutting of the.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, scalping is just
I know.
all right. This is when Sam, his character, the masks.
Yeah. He blows him apart with a shotgun.
Yeah, you think he's like dead. But he's just like some pumpkin kid.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool scene when all the
guts,
parts
like, yeah.
kind of come out and reassemble.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I liked it.
He's like crawling on the ceiling and stuff.
Some of this stuff is like, I feel like if I saw it in other films, I wouldn't like it all.
Yeah.
But it's just so enjoyable for this movie.
I think it's because this movie isn't like super douchey. Like
It's
so
not-
many
yeah.
low budget Halloween movies are just like frat bro nudity fests, you know,
Yeah.
like just TNA pieces of shit movies.
Yeah, I mean, this movie has heart.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's lighthearted. I feel like it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Right.
I guess that's what we like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's pretty creative. I think it's written pretty well.
Yeah,
I mean, nothing's
absolutely.
like very serious or anything. It's not like gonna blow your mind dramatically or anything.
But it is like all pretty clever. you
It's
know?
very clever. Yeah. It's just like such a fun,
Yeah.
well made. I don't know. It really does encompass like Halloween night
Yeah.
so well. Like the neighborhoods,
Right.
the parade.
In a way that like not a lot of movies have.
Right.
Like when I was growing up, the quintessential movie that you always watched on Halloween was Night of the Living Dead.
Mhm.
It's got nothing to do with Halloween.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. It's like very Halloween themed.
Yeah.
Like everybody's house is so overly decorated. It's just
Right.
like if you're a big fan of Halloween Day in general, it's just like this is how I want everything to look.
Yeah.
Like I wish that there were towns that actually did this shit.
Where everybody was super into Halloween.
Yeah, and it was just like this incredibly fun sort of uniting.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that way anymore, but I feel like in the 80s, it kind of was like
I'm sure we are idealizing this because that's when we were trick-or-treating.
That's true.
That's when, you know, like our little brains probably couldn't wrap around the concept that like not everything, you know,
was special for us.
yeah, it's just like we just saw that kind of fun magical stuff, I guess. I'm sort of surprised I was allowed to celebrate Halloween, but
yeah,
I did. I was never anything scary. I was always really lame crap. I chose costumes.
I was always Dracula. Loved a Dracula costume.
I never did anything horror related. I was always some animal.
Yeah. I was Freddy once or twice too.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have like a little glove?
I had the glove. My mom did her best with makeup.
Yeah.
And she put scrambled eggs all over my face one year.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
How?
I don't know how she stuck them there, but she did it.
I do not understand this.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. If there's a picture,
I don't think there are any pictures of it.
how? Maybe she got done and she was like, oh, this looks terrible. I'm not taking any pictures.
Off you go.
Shoo. Your face just smelled like weird eggs and sulfur by the end of the night. Like,
Just a bunch of fucking bees are like,
because you were in Florida,
Yeah.
so it was hot.
mosquitoes.
Where
yeah.
did you go? You were just in Dunedin, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to the Dunedin Rec Center for their
They're like this poor little boy's scrambled eggs on his face.
who's that weird kid with the fucking eggs all over his face?
Oh my god! I never heard this before.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Poor Matt.
Poor Matt. She did her best.
Oh, that's nice. If you would like, I could give you proper Freddy makeup sometime.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got plans this year. So.
Yeah, we do. Oh, we have plans.
Oh.
Oh.
I went to do it with only one hand.
Air saxophone. Oh boy. All right. This is a special boy in the corner with eggs on his face playing air saxophone. You get the purple shorts and like the loop belt from Lost Boys. Just thrusting.
Oh man, I would fucking die laughing if I saw some kid dressed as whoever that guy is.
I don't remember that guy's name ever, but he's still like a muscly dude. I even like promised myself before I came up here that we were going to mention him.
Yeah.
Because I want you to find a clip of that.
Maybe write his name down. Well, I'll just look it up and put it somewhere.
I do want to know his name, though.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things I always forget. Well, yeah, the showdown at the end of Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
It's great.
It is. He ends up giving Sam some candy, though.
Yes.
Which makes Sam leave him alone.
Yes. And then he ends up giving the children candy as well, being all bandaged up, and people were like, I really like your costume.
Yeah. But then he gets his comeuppance because, lo and behold, he was the bus driver who drove all those kids into the quarry lake and drowned them to death.
Did he actually die?
Well, the ghosts of all those kids came back, so...
Oh, that's right.
One assumes.
Yes, you're right. That's who he wanted to give candy to. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's all like tied together.
It's all very cleverly strung together.
Nicely. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a really satisfying Halloween movie all around that we like a lot.
Yeah, it, like we said, it captures the spirit just perfectly.
It really does.
So that's it. Those are our 2 must-watch Halloween movies.
Yes, if you would like to tell us what yours are in the comments below, that would be cool.
Maybe we'll read those comments on our Portal Be Proper Halloween episode.
We're gonna do a 2-parter.
2-parter.
I'm gonna build a set in the attic.
We're gonna have some sweet makeup.
Yeah, I'm gonna do should I say?
I think they can figure it out.
Zool makeup.
Oh, yep. Expect us to be dressed as Zool.
Zool.
Both of us.
We're gonna turn into one big Zool and a trench coat.
Yeah. We'll be a Zoolful.
Zoolfuls. Oh boy. We'll have zombie makeup on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
It is. We've got some great movies planned out.
Yes. We're gonna do 2-parter Halloween special extravaganza. And it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I think.
Coming up at the end of the month.
Yes. You know, if you like what we do, you could subscribe.
Yeah.
And share with your friends and family. Oh, man.
Play our show for your children. It's totally appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's Halloween time.
Yeah. It's going to be a good Halloween season.
I hope you... Nope, I got nothing.
I hope you...
We always just fizzle out at the end, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you should definitely take out most of this.
We haven't said anything worth hearing in like 10 minutes.
Well, happy Halloween month.
Yeah.
Enjoy your celebrating, and
we'll see you at the end of the month.
Yeah. Or mid-month or something.
Mid-month. We'll see you this month.
Again.
Yeah.